Boom! Your bank account just exploded with your first few $100s of your voice acting income. But before you blow it all on skywriting your website above the buildings of West Hollywood, let me give you some ideas that'll make you want to voice an infomercial about your own amazing life choices. Here we go. Hey everybody, my name is Joe Zieja. I'm a full-time voice actor for the last 10 years and I'm the founder of LearnVoiceActing.com. I'm here to demystify the voice acting industry and empower you to start your voice acting journey today without asking for anyone else's permission. So, one of my favorite things about my voice acting income when I first started out is that I called it Monopoly money. That's because if you listen to me at all, you'll have a stable job from which you can operate your voice acting business. I say this all the time, but I think the idea of moving to Los Angeles with a dime in your pocket and a dream in your heart is really dumb. A lot of people don't like that I say that, but that's how I feel. You can absolutely begin to build a voice acting income and career while keeping your day job, keeping yourself safe. And I think it's something that everyone should do. I talk about that in another video. And I also talk about a lot in my Voice Acting Academy, where I teach for a couple of hours on money management and building your business smartly. So the advice I'm about to give you is really based on the fact that you've listened to me so far. And the $500 you made from your voice acting gigs isn't the only $500 in your account. Because you're smart, because you understand how money works, and because you understand how unstable a gig economy can be, even though it's possible to make a ton of money in this awesome industry. All that being said, let's talk about these 500 big ones and talk about some options you have for spending it. I'll talk about this in the same three categories that I will when I'm talking about spending your first $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, it doesn't matter, but I break this broadly into three categories. Improve your skill, improve your sound, improve your opportunity. First, let's talk about improving your skill. Now, I don't recommend a lot of coaching to people that are just starting out. So if this is your first $500, it might make a little bit more sense to put your money into some of the other two categories first. But if you're looking to improve your skill and refine your technique, then spending that $500 in a couple of hours with a coach might be a great idea. If you're not already a graduate of my Voice Acting Academy, I might suggest putting it there. I price a lot of my stuff at LearnVoiceActing.com in a way that's really affordable, and you can grab almost anything I offer for under $500. But if you're looking for something more specific, a coach may be the way to go. Just make sure the coach that you're spending money on is a reputable one who's ready to focus on what you specifically have in mind when you go into that coaching session. And when you go into that coaching session, you should have something specific in mind. They're very expensive per hour, so make sure you use that hour wisely. Second, let's talk about improving your sound. I booked my first voice acting job on a $67 microphone, but I outgrew it pretty quickly. Many people rush out to Best Buy to grab a USB mic because they think it's the end-all be-all of sound, since you don't have to buy an interface to go with it, just plug and play, all that stuff. But most people with USB mics also outgrow those very quickly. If you want to maximize your bookings, you're probably going to want either a large diaphragm condenser microphone or a shotgun condenser microphone. There are some dynamic microphones that will work for voiceover, but again, you'll find that you might outgrow them pretty quickly, or you have to make a lot of adjustments in post to get them to sound nice and full without sounding boxy. The problem with upgrading your microphone, and I'll include my favorite large diaphragm condenser microphone and a link in the description below, is that the more high fidelity sound you have going into the microphone, the more it's going to pick up how imperfect your recording space is. So many voice actors think that the only thing you need to sound good is a good microphone. You can put $8,000 or more of sound equipment in a bad room and make it sound like absolute garbage. Trust me. So, if you find that your weak point is actually the recording environment around you, it's time to upgrade your space. Now, $500 isn't going to get you a Studio Bricks or a whisper room or some other kind of vocal booth, but it can certainly get you some PVC pipe and moving blankets to make a pretty dead space. You can use carpet scraps to cover surfaces. You can get eggshell mattress covers to hang on the walls. You can get a boom mic stand to bring your microphone further away from any hard surfaces, decreasing the amount of reflections that make it to your microphone. These are all really good things to spend your money on as you elevate your sound. And as you do that, you increase the number of clients that will be willing to book you. My $67 microphone was great for my first job that paid me $100. And well, one of my students actually just booked a $5,000 commercial with that same microphone. So maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here, but no, really, the thing about that $67 microphone and that student is that he spent the time and money to work on his space. He gets every cent out of that $67 because he's not hindered by a room that sounds like an echo chamber. The third way to spend that money is to improve your opportunity. I teach the 3 basic ways to book voice acting gigs in my Voice Acting Academy, which are direct marketing, casting websites, and agents. You can't really buy an agent, at least not legally, so that's not a great way to spend your first $500, but you can utilize it to improve your opportunity in other ways. If you're not a part of a casting website already, sometimes also called pay-to-plays, this is a great time to get in. Some fancier membership tiers aside, you can pretty much get access to all the voice acting jobs on a website for under $500. And if you're part of the Academy, you do get a discount. So if you're not in on those, this might be your chance to start. If you're on one of them, you might find that this is the right time to expand to another one, or upgrading your membership on the one you have, especially if you can handle the amount of auditions you're already getting. Just make sure you're taking the time to optimize your profiles on these casting websites, as some of them can be very algorithmically dependent. I walk through all that stuff step by step in my Crush Online Casting supplementary course, which I'll link in the description below as well. But casting websites aren't the only place to spend your money. Direct marketing is a great way to get clients, and I know many voice actors who use this method exclusively. Spending your money in this arena might include things like subscribing to a mailing list program. Many of them are free, but some of the best ones cost a nominal amount per month. If you're not keeping a mailing list, by the way, you absolutely must. Remember that you don't own your contacts on casting websites, social media, or any platform where, if it were to shut down, you would lose the ability to contact everyone. Mailing lists are one of the most powerful ways to communicate with a customer base, and if you're not doing it already, you should start doing it now. If your website is looking a little janky, you might hire somebody to help spruce it up. You might hire a graphic designer to make you a cool logo for your brand. Look, you're not gonna get the craziest and best design for $500, but it might be better than what you have, and slowly building your brand bit by bit is a great idea. If none of these options sound good to you or appropriate right now, I encourage you to start building your voice acting fund. Saving for the future can include things like a really amazing booth, even better equipment, coaching, professionally produced demos, all that stuff. If you're ready for that, and find more importantly that you're ready for the kind of work that requires a professional demo, that's how you can spend that money. But you'll have to start saving now. If you followed my advice and kept yourself financially stable, even while you're out there hustling in a creative field like voice acting, then this Monopoly money should be nice and safe in a savings account, waiting for you to make your next big purchase that's gonna launch your career even further forward. Don't feel like you need to spend it all now, and don't feel like you need to spend it all in one place. And last, it's okay to spoil yourself too. Money doesn't always need to be used to make more money. Take someone out to a nice dinner, get a massage, upgrade your next flight so you have some more premium legroom or whatever. You deserve it. If you never use the money you make to make you happy, then what's the point of it, right? Remember, rest is productive. So investing in yourself with that $500 can be just as important and just as fulfilling as investing in your business. If you found this video informative, I'd love if you threw me a like and a subscribe. Helps me keep the channel going so I can continue to educate the next generation of voice actors. And if you're ready to take the leap through many of the courses and offerings at learnvoiceacting.com, you should check out the free ebook that I offer called How to Get into Voice Acting, which I'll link in the video description below. That's it, guys. Go get behind the mic.